All right, how's it going, everybody? Good to see everybody again. Another Tuesday night. So tonight will be a really fun one. So I had reached out to Abby a while back, and just kind of I figured this would be something that would be a lot of fun to do, something a little bit different than what we always do. So I know we talk a lot about just regular bourbon and everything going on in the whiskey world. And well, we all enjoy a good cocktail. And this is something for me. I like to make cocktails, but the smoking side of it has always been, I'll say, a little intimidating. And I think this will be a really good idea. So as you guys can see, we'll get a little giveaway and stuff going tonight. But this will be a lot of fun. So the smoke boards kit is basically everything that you see here, including the torch lighter, which is really nice and kind of doubles for cigar smokers and all that. But so yeah, you get all these different kind of woods, and we'll let Abby talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, so tonight will be a lot of fun. Let me say hi to a few people that were in here right away. Hey Cam, how's it going, buddy? Dave, my man, good to see you. So yeah, tonight will be a lot of fun. Hey Paul, how's it going? Timmy, good to see you, brother. Matt, how's it going, bud? My man, Top Dog, good to see you. Hey, Roy, how are you? And I know a lot of other people will start popping in here pretty soon, so I'm already starting to get a little bit. So, Timmy, how's it going? Dave, good to see you, bud. Oh yeah, this is that's a little spam thing, so someone can get rid of that probably. PB, how's it going, bud? Dustin, good to see you. What else we go? Hey, Adriana, good to see you as well. So yeah, tonight's gonna be fun. So hopefully, if there's anybody who is really into cocktails, this will be something I think really really fun. And maybe you're probably not gonna be able to follow along unless you got a smoke thing at home. But anyway, it'll be good to kind of get an idea of kind of what it is that smoke boards has to offer, and kind of what it's all about. So rather than me talk anymore or waste any more time, we'll bring on tonight's guest, and we'll kind of get into this stuff. So there she is, the lady of the hour. Abby, how are you?
I'm good, Scott. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Thanks for joining tonight. Like we were talking a little bit before, in the kind of before we went live, I think tonight will be a fun live stream to kind of change it up on my end a little bit, introduce everybody to kind of what this super intimidating process going to be that I'm sure you're going to make look super simple. But I think it'll be a really fun night, and kind of, if nothing else, you get to try different cocktails. You're going to be doing something slightly different than I will be. You're going to be actually putting some effort into it. I'm kind of taking the easy way out. I've got a bottled one already from Barrel King that they did, and then I pre-made one myself. So as you're going through, I'll go through, and I'm, like we were saying before, I'm hoping to either not set the smoke detectors off and or burn my house down at the same time. So those are my ultimate goals. If we get through this hour without me doing that, I'll consider it a success. And I'm very curious to see. This will be the first time I've ever had any smoked cocktail before. So it's not something I'm used to. It's something I've always wanted to try to do, but it's not something that I'm overly familiar with doing. So hopefully you'll make this look super simple. And yeah, and if anybody, I've got it pinned in the chat and in the description. So if anyone's interested in the kit that we've got here, just go to the website. They'll be able to take care of you there. And then obviously you can see we've got a giveaway tonight. So thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it.
Of course.
Okay, so why don't we get going here? And if one other thing, so if there's a mod in here who can keep track for me of the super chat stuff, because once I get talking and not paying attention, I'll forget all of this stuff. So if someone can just let me know in the chat if they can kind of keep an eye on it, I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, I guess, do you want to kind of share with everybody a little bit about yourself and kind of the company and brand itself?
Of course, yes. So first, I want to thank you for having smoke boards on the show, Scott. We are very appreciative, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. So we are smoke boards. We have the best smoked cocktail kit on the market. It has 7 items in it, and I will explain those. So first, it comes with this nice carrying case. It's portable. You can take it with you. All of the items fit right inside. And so the other items are the 3 flavors of wood chips. We have cherry, apple, and pecan. And then you get this nice high quality torch. As Scott was mentioning, it can double for other things such as cigar smoking. It also comes with a mason jar, and this is to infuse your drink with smoke, like fully infuse it. And I'll show you how to do that, how the process goes. And also a oak smoking board. So all of the wood in this kit is all natural. It's food and beverage safe. The chips, there's enough chips here to make over 300 cocktails. We pack these full, and they're nice and big and great quality, as I mentioned before, 100% natural and American. So that's what comes in the kit. And so a little bit about the background of smoke boards. We're fairly new. Our owners, Mike and Eric, they were 2 neighbors, bourbon drinking buddies. They came together one night sharing a cocktail, and we're discussing, their experience of a smoked cocktail that they had at a bar and how delicious it was and how cool of a unique process that it was. So they looked on the market, and they didn't see many kits or tools to make your own at home. So they created Smoke Boards Kit, and here we are today. So
many great ideas always come over enjoying some type of alcoholic beverage for sure. So
oh, definitely. I agree.
I would say only the best ones, but I guess a little bit biased. So no, sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Let's see. So today we're making 2 cocktails. We're going to make a classic old fashioned, and we're going to make a smoked pineapple bourbon sour. And obviously we're smoking the old fashioned as well. So as Scott mentioned earlier, he had never smoked a cocktail before, but it's a super fun process, and it's very personalizable. Everyone can make their cocktail the way that they want it to taste, or you can smoke it to the level of desire that you want it smoked. Really smoky, just a little. You can just smoke your glass. You don't have to infuse the drink. So it's super versatile. You can do so much with this kit. And I'm going to, I guess, get right into the old fashioned.
Yeah, let's do it. So, and let me ask you this: how do some of the woods? I mean, I suppose each one's got their own kind of slight different flavor. I guess how do you decide which ones you're going to go with, or does it not really matter that much?
That's a good question. Again, it's all preference. I'm going to use the cherry one for the old fashioned because we are going to put a little bit of cherry juice in it, as you will see, and but it's totally preference.
All right, I'll let you start, and then I'll follow and probably embarrass myself, but I'm going to kind of watch you a little bit. So, all right. So do you already have, let me go into so I can see a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. So so you don't have your chips on the thing. So then let me see. Let me try to figure out which ones I'm going to go with. I'm trying to figure out, and I suppose it's probably not going to make it like my whiskey or whatever my drink is taste like total cherry or apple. I guess you'll get a slight infusion maybe or something.
Yeah, just probably a little slight infusion, but really it's that smoke flavor that you're going to be tasting.
All right. I'm gonna do all, since you're doing the cherry one, I'll do the same thing, and I'll do this one on just my regular old fashioned, because the bottled one it's got a lot of different things. So maybe I'll do the pecan or pecan or whatever you want to call it. So
again, there's no right or wrong way to smoke your cocktail. I'm going to be showing a few tips and tricks, but you can do this however your heart desires. So
okay, all right, that's good. That's good to know. So as far as wood goes, how much wood should I be putting on the on the board?
Again, great question. You can just do a pinch, or another trick is to take your jigger from, your bar kit and just do
Mhm.
the small end and do a little scoop. I don't know if you can see me here, but I'm just doing a little
Oh, yeah.
scoop on that small end. And you can pick the board up and just go like this, and it creates a nice little pile for you. Or you could just pinch it and put it on, but you don't need too much,
Okay.
as you'll see, but just
All right.
the handful pinch or the small end of the jigger is fine.
All right. I just did like a little small pinch that looks like I could definitely get the okay, good. I can get the glass over top of it, so that'll be interesting. So oh, let me ask you this. So how long has smoke boards, how long have you guys kind of been around, and where can everyone find you? I know I've got the website, but are there any other places that they can kind of find you guys at?
You can order directly from our website, or we are on Amazon.
Oh, makes it easy. That little company, Amazon.
And we're not yet 2 years old. We're still pretty new.
Okay. All right. Let's fire away, man. I don't know if I've been this nervous to do something in quite some time, to be honest. So
I know it can seem a bit intimidating, but it is not. Once you smoke the first cocktail, you'll be excited to keep doing it and try different ways to do it. So the first thing you will do is put the chips on the board, and then you can pre-mix your old fashioned, or as you mentioned, you can use the bottled version, or I know they have the little cans. I did pre-mix it. I know you all probably know how to make an old fashioned, but I used a few dashes of bitters, 2 ounces of bourbon, and some simple syrup. And then, so I put it in this. And the next thing you're going to do is, so you also don't have to smoke or pre-mix the drink. You can just smoke the bourbon if you want, and then mix the drink. But you will get the flame going.
oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I should open my jar here.
All right, I'm gonna do. All right, I can see how this really helps to kind of like pre-make the cocktail before, because it seems like when you get going with this, that it's all gonna happen fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm. And again, you can put however much smoke in the mason jar as you want. So there we go. I see it filling up. And so you can even have it fill up with smoke as you're mixing your drink, or you can pre-mix it. So I'm going to have this fill up with smoke. And then what you will want to do is have the lid ready and your bourbon or your pre-mixed drink, and pour it right in. And then you're going to put the top on, capture that smoke in there.
Yep.
And then you're going to screw it on, and you can swirl it around a little bit. You could shake it, but I'm just going to set it here and let the smoke infuse that drink right now while we smoke our glass. So also one thing you can do is you can chill it before you put it in there as well. I didn't do that, but sorry, I got carried away. So we are going to do a nice little trick here. I'm going to put cherry juice on the bottom of our glass, and then we are going to smoke our glass. So that smoke's going to kind of stick to that cherry juice and use it a little more.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. All right, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Make it a little sticky and let the smoke stick to the. Okay, good idea.
Exactly. I'm going to put a little on the bottom. Making a mess, but it's the whole process of it that's fun, the craft of it.
I'll let everybody watch the professional, and then when you're done with yours, I'll make mine, and then we'll really get this party started.
Then we'll compare.
Yeah. Oh, there won't be any comparison. You already win, so. people are already asking whether I've got the fire extinguisher handy. No, I don't. This is hey guys, this is all or nothing tonight. I'm either going to be back next Tuesday with a live stream, or I'm not going to. So if I am, I might be from like a hotel room. So stick tight.
So I just peeled a little piece off this orange peel, and that's going to be my garnish. I am going to smoke it while this is smoking and while this is infusing, just to add that extra touch. Just torch it up a little. And so something you can also do is you can throw the orange in with the chips as you're smoking your glass. You, like I said, it's totally customizable. You can do whatever you want for your drink. So
here was kind of like an interesting question.
sure.
So okay, so like Adriana from Whiskey Mountains, who has a YouTube channel as well, says we do a lot of smoking meats here. Apple and cherry seem to work best with fish, and pecan would be better with beef and pork. I don't know if that. I know it's not cocktail related, but is the wood that much of an influence? It sounds like it maybe is. So I don't know.
So Audrey's probably a lot more versed on this than myself, especially because we're just smoking it a little bit. You know, we're not
Yeah.
letting it really sit there for a long time. I don't know if that's how you do meat or not, but
Okay.
it's totally preference. Great question, Audrey.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I guess that's a good point. This is only for a minute or two versus like sometimes hours with meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take these tongs. I can actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my hands because it's slippery. And so the glass is smoked, the cherry juice is smoked, and this now has a great level of smoke infused into that drink. And I'm just gonna pour it right on top. And this is when everyone gets their phones out and takes a video of the smoking cocktail. So
all right. And I guess I was gonna say it would probably be interesting to taste like to taste it before and then after, but I don't have actually, you know what, I could just to kind of get a little bit of an idea of like what the difference is before and after. So, but
yeah.
All right, let me all right, yours is already professional. You garnished properly and everything. So man. All right.
Wait for you. We'll do a little cheers taste test here.
Okay, let me get going. So I just have like a little small section here. I got my little thing going, my glass, got my. Let me taste this just slightly before, but all right. Oh, all right. I could drink that. I'm used to those. So all right, got my glass. All right, so I have to have my little container. So this is the first thing that goes over top, right?
I can't see you.
Oh, you can't. All right, sorry. Let me actually let me get it out of. That probably would help. How's that?
That's better.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna set this thing on fire. I got my other cocktail ready. Got my my torch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go, guys. All right. Let's see. Got my. All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this nice and toasty. Okay. Uh-oh, did I do it enough? There's not a lot of smoke there.
Yeah, I would torch the chips a little bit longer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, until you see those flames.
All right, that should be good. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're smoking. Now we're smoking. All right. So got my drink, got my glass, got my you put ice in. I've got my ice. All right. I guess we can let that go. Yeah, I almost feel like I needed to like burn it more.
You can add some more smoke.
All right, let me do that. I feel like I want to make like this thing really nice and yeah.
Mm.
Oh boy. Woo. Okay.
Again, you might try and think that there's too much smoke on your first one. It might be a little too smoky for you, and then but it could not be. It's all.
Well, this will be good. This will be very good, like trial and error. So now that at least I know, because I've got quite a bit of smoke in there. Oh yeah, the glass obviously gets a little warm. So that's cherry wood that I use. So okay, so you left yours on there for a little bit, didn't you? Kind of just to let.
I did. Well, I smoked the glass and got my garnish ready, but
okay.
Actually,
but I can take this off and then just cap it, and the smoke will stay in there though.
Yes, and you can pour your drink into it, which is what I would do. Do you have your drink ready, or are you making it?
Yeah, I do. I've got mine all set, so I could do that.
Yeah, pour it in and then cap it, and then
Yeah.
it'll actually infuse your drink with that smoke. That's better than
Okay.
cap it. There you go.
All right. I think that's on there pretty good. All right. Oh yeah, you can see it's really okay. I suppose you could shake it all to heck, I guess. All right, let me get my there's my ice. All right, this isn't as bad. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So this is definitely oh yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot to smoke my glass. Hey, you know what? Thank God I got a backup. Let's do that.
There you go.
Smoke my glass. All right, I got way too far ahead of myself there.
All right, it's your first time. It takes a lot of practice.
I could see like I can see how people can get very, very intimidated with this because it's a lot of having to like think. Like I can make a old fashioned without having to like think too much, and I'm already having to think a little bit more than I normally do. But
just wait till you're making your third one.
Oh boy. I've got plenty of whiskey around me, so that won't be a problem figuring that thing out. So, all right, now you didn't leave this one, so you just kind of swirled that around a little bit, and then you kind of poured that over some ice. So let's do this. I'll take this one. So I got to be once I put the ice in, then I can take the cap off, put that one in. Then.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Unless you have a garnish you want to smoke. If not, then just finish it up.
All right. I don't have any garnish, but all right. Let's see what we've got here. Oh man, whatever it is, it smells really good. And actually, I can smell some of the cherry part of that. So, all right. Okay.
Cheers.
Oh boy, that's a big deal. And cheers to you. Thanks for coming on tonight. Appreciate it. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, very interesting.
Cheers.
It's not like overdone. It's not like I was thinking this was just going to be like tons of like smoke, but it almost seems to like add like a little like layer of sweetness. And again, I don't know what's doing that or if that's the cherry wood that's doing it, but and then also it seems to be like almost a little bit like smoother. I don't know what the smoke did to it, but it really oh, that's nice.
Really infuses into the drink, and it's just very smooth.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, I could probably show off now a little bit and get my smoking my smoking skills going a little bit more.
You can take it to your friend's house in the case.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a nice little travel case and all. You bring your own. I mean, who shows up with like their own wood for crying out loud, you know? Exactly. But this will be a good one. All right, that'll be maybe the apple one will be a fun one to do. But man, that's one thing. I don't want to like rush through my cocktail. This is so good.
Well, do you guys want to see the smoked pineapple bourbon sour? That's the one I have set up to do next.
That sounds very fancy.
This is gonna be fun for you guys to watch because I didn't pre-make anything, and I'll be making the full thing.
Oh, that's okay.
And when you're done with your chips, you can just make sure they're cool. You can dump them in the trash or put them in soil or whatever. Flush them.
Oh yeah, I guess I suppose does it. And like as far as the board goes, like I mean, this seems like you can have this like actual smoking board for quite a while. Like it didn't really seem to do that much to it at all.
No, it lasts 300 cocktails or probably more.
Oh,
but as many wood chips as there are, that's 300 cocktails right there. And the board's very sturdy. It'll last you a long time.
Can people just go to your website and just buy like a replacement board? Is that possible to do as well, or is that?
Yes, you can. And the torch and chips, everything can be sold separately.
In like the kit or other things, like are there other like woods or other like little things that you guys sell besides what we see here at all?
Not yet. We're thinking about adding some things, but as of now, we're just kind of upgrading what we have. But we don't have any new additions as of yet. So stay tuned, I guess, because we're
Yeah.
working on a few things.
Well, I suppose that's the thing. You always got something probably cooking.
Exactly.
That
All
was
right.
that was my attempt to kind of like use kind of like some smoke humor, cooking and all that, but that was a huge fail. But anyway, all right.
I'm going to use apple for the pineapple one. I think that would be a good fit.
All right, I'll use that one too because all right, I'll make sure. And I guess I'm not going to put those in the trash or anything yet, but I'll just put like another little a little pinch on mine. So, all right, you're going in already. So let me put you in solo mode. Katie, thanks, appreciate that.
Scott, you mentioned reusing the chips. You can use that pile of chips that we burned for the first cocktail for about 2 or 3, and then you can use new ones. And the longer you use them, it's just going to get a more charred, smoky flavor. So it's great to reuse them.
Could you actually? I mean, would it be okay? Like if I really wanted to just take like the charred chips and put them back in, as long as they were cool, put them like right back in the container. Is that okay? Or
you could. I've never tried it. If you want to save some, but honestly, there's enough in here. You probably don't need to.
Okay. All right. I suppose that's the thing. And like, what does I guess as far as like replacing some of these like little burning chips, like what does like one of the little containers of the wood chips cost roughly?
It's actually a good question, and I am not 100% sure. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just
people buy the chips by themselves.
Not many people just buy the chips by themselves.
No, they usually buy the whole kit, and since the chips last so long, I haven't had too many people need replacement.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like some like cocktail like pyro that came in and just like burnt the heck out of so many of them. They just had to keep like, replacing them all that. Or for people who are making like a lot of cocktails, I guess I could see where you could burn through them, pretty quick. Like if you made a lot of cocktails or whatever it may be. So, but I don't know.
My handy helper told me they're $11 if you just want the chips.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, handy helper.
Thanks. So, should I get started on this one or?
Yeah. Fire away. Go ahead and I'll put you in solo mode here real quick. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate that, bud. This is not a teaching session by me by any means. So thanks, Abby, for doing all this stuff, because if you guys had to watch me do this, this would not be good. So, all right.
Thanks for letting me teach everyone.
Yeah.
We're going to start with smoking pineapple this time. So we're going to give that a little char.
All right.
Might take a while, but
what is this drink you're actually making? So what is this? What's this called?
Smoked pineapple bourbon sour.
Oh.
So the ingredients in it, I guess that's a good thing. So I have pineapple chunks, and then these are my pineapple garnishes that I'm also going to smoke. I have Aperol, and then your bourbon of choice, lemon juice, and honey. So. And
look at that! I was saying before we went live, that's fancy using some Henry McKenna 10-year. That's a good bourbon, let alone in a cocktail. So that's a pro move by you right there, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. You're definitely the pro when it comes to the bourbon.
I don't know about that. I like to drink it. I know what some good stuff is, but if someone gave me a Henry McKenna 10-year cocktail, I'd be very happy with that.
So I just smoked the pineapple, and I'm going to put those into my mixer, and I'm going to muddle them. So they're smoked pineapple, so you're going to get the char from the outside of the pineapple kind of fall into your drink. I mean, we're going to strain it, but I made one right before this too, and you could see that char in there. It was a nice extra flavor. So And I'll do a close up at the end so you can see what I'm talking about. So you're gonna muddle that.
It sounds like it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it was really good. It's a little sweet, but
like a good. It sounds like it'd be like a really good summer cocktail.
oh yes, it is for sure.
This is actually kind of nice because I can just sip on my cocktail while you make one, and I don't have to like do very much.
Hopefully, I'm entertaining enough.
You are. What are you doing next Tuesday?
It's a date. So as I'm gonna smoke the jar as I'm pre-mixing the cocktail. So I'm just lighting the chips up. There we go. There's some nice smoke. So next is a little bit of lemon juice, about a half an ounce. Again, these are so personalizable, so versatile. You can do each drink however you want. And then I have this nice fancy local honey that I'm using. Wow. I'm just going to do a little bit in there. That's enough. And some Aperol. We're going to do about an ounce of that. Actually, half an ounce.
This is a very involved cocktail.
I know. I had to spice it up for you guys a little bit. I'm sure you're used to making old fashions.
Now, what state are you guys in?
We are in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay, all right. The old Sunshine State.
This is going to be very refreshing.
You guys need summer cocktails right now.
Exactly. I'm just going to do one of those. And I'm going to chill it in here with some ice. Sorry. All right, that splashed a little, so we're going to shake this up. And this still has some nice smoke in it.
Yeah, it's a very like kind of timing everything. You can see with the smoke and all that. Even though I guess the way you've got it right now, you can leave the glass, I guess, really over top of the chips for as long as you want. So
yeah, this smoke will not escape. So there's still the same amount of smoke in there as when I placed it on there and it filled up. So I'm going to strain it in, cover it, and then smoke the whole cocktail. Again, we could have just smoked the bourbon by itself, but.
Oh, that's a good idea. That might be something I'm gonna have to try before the end of the night, just to see what a little bit of like just smoked bourbon. I don't think, and again, I don't know if that's something that I've seen many people do very often. Just smoking like a regular like if you had the Henry McKenna like smoked, I'd be very interested to see like what and your fabulous assistant think of just like a smoked infused like Henry McKenna tenure would be outside of just like a cocktail. That'd be interesting to see. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that before.
Well, we could try it for you, but
okay.
we definitely smoke bourbon by itself all the time. We don't always go through this much trouble, but we wanted to impress you, Scott.
All right. Well, so far so good. I'll tell you this cocktail. Now, in all fairness, this is probably more than what I'm gonna do. That's a lot. That's a lot going into that thing right there. So,
so that's the whole cocktail right there. And I'm gonna smoke the glass, and then I'm gonna smoke some pineapple as a garnish. So this was chilled. I shook it with the ice cube this time. Smoke the glass. I'm gonna char a nice little pineapple here.
If nothing else, you can see how it's like there's a really nice like entertainment factor part to it, like where it's very involved and fancy and all of that. So I like that.
Yeah, your friends and family will love watching you do this, and they'll want to take a try.
I bet a lot of people in the chat right now, I think they're probably going to think when I start smoking a lot of these things, they're going to probably think of me as super fancy at this point going forward. So.
I'm not being fancy right now using my hands, but those tongs were really slippery. So I got the glass smoked, my infused fancy summer cocktail, and then I'm going to garnish it with this charred pineapple, and I'll come give you guys a closer look at it.
Man, that is fancy.
Ooh.
All right. Very fancy. All right. Looking good there. Okay. That's a good looking one. All right. So all right. How'd it turn out? All right. That's
actually
good.
Really good. It's really good smoked too. I think
Okay.
the charred pineapple really added to it because I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like little pieces in there of the charred pineapple from being muddled, and you can really taste it. It's very good.
I'm sure like actually hitting the fruit with like some flame probably really does some wonders to it. So that's probably a really good idea to actually char the fruit. So like Ethan says, smoke them if you got them.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So there's another whiskey channel called Pop 'em, Don't Watch 'em. He says pop them, then smoke them. Anyway, a bunch of funny guys. Okay, thanks, Wade. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, I figured if nothing else, this would be a really fun live stream to do something a little bit different than what we all normally see. So, all right, so we've got the next cocktails. Man, yours is, I don't know how I'm gonna like follow that. I mean, mine is super easy. Like I just had one that I poured from a bottle, which in fairness, so let's see, this was a pre-bottled old fashioned from Barrel King, and this has
you again. Or I can't.
Okay, sorry about that. I got used to the solo. I got used to the solo mode. So again, this is a kind of a I guess a bottled old fashioned, but this was straight rye whiskey finished in ex-bourbon barrels, conditioned with wild Italian candied. I don't know what this is. Amarena cherries. I don't know what that is. Amarena cherries. Various bitters, and then barrel aged. So I had some the other night by itself, just over a stone or ice, piece of ice, and it was really nice. So we're gonna find out what this will do, and then we will. And then I want to try like just a regular bourbon and see what that does. Maybe you can tell us what a smoked Henry McKenna is.
Oh yes. Do you want me to do it while you're doing it, or?
No, you can haul. I'm gonna try to like not burn my house down again. So we'll see how this goes. But, all right, so I've got the apple chips on this one. So we'll see how this goes with my pre-bottled one. So all right, here we go. I got my lid. Let's see how this goes. I think definitely the trick is to hit these things with a little bit more flame than I did the first time, and let that smoke really build up. Because I could tell like on the cocktail, like I'm glad that I went back and smoked it a little bit more, because then it was really, really nice and smoky. So, all right.
Oh yeah, I can see that flame.
Uh-oh. You know what I didn't do? That's a fail. I forgot I had my other did you when you redid this, did you like dry your thing out?
No, I didn't, but you probably.
Yeah, probably. I probably
extinguish. Also, I have to step up because I'm so far away I couldn't see you. So now I can see what you're doing.
Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. So, all right. I still had some of the stuff from the previous one in there. So when I poured it over top of the wood chips, it like put them out like an idiot. So, all right. So I've got that. So we've got my little pre one. What else do we have here? My regular glass. Let's pour that one there. All right, that's fine. Yeah, I guess once you have it already pre-done, you just kind of have to wait and see a little bit. But I want to do the glass like I did this thing. But all right, come on. All right. So, oh, that's what I did. So, okay, then I have to put this in there.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Great execution.
All right. Okay, so we can let that sit for a second. Yeah, you can really see the smoke in there. And I guess the longer you let it sit in there, obviously the more influence you're going to have. So I know I'm probably saying pretty obvious things here, but and this was the applewood. So this will be interesting to see what the influence of the applewood. And I guess I did also figure out that if you have alcohol that pours over on the board, if you fail to pour it all out from your glass prior, it just like lights your whole board on fire. So figured that out pretty quickly.
I like Jay said a smoked Henry McKenna is a finished bottle.
That's one that I'm really kind of like I'm looking forward to seeing like what you think of that. So that's kind of an interesting one. So all right. So let's do this. Okay. All right. Here we go.
You look like an expert already.
I don't know about that, but let's see what this one's going to taste like. Cheers. Thanks for joining tonight. Thanks for making all these fancy cocktails. I appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks for having me. It's super fun.
All right. So definitely more smoke on that one, but I like how it's just a little different twist to it. Just adds that little extra layer of something. And if nothing else, it's kind of like a nice conversation thing, like what people are getting and maybe what they taste. I guess just like, bourbons or other whiskeys, people are going to taste different things. So, but.
For sure.
I guarantee you this one doesn't taste as good as yours.
Oh, this one's really good. My assistant, I just gave him a little taste. He said it was really good.
Okay, good.
All
right, that's really pretty nice. Yeah, I can see I'm gonna have to I definitely have to figure out to make sure that I'm not pouring the water over top of my. I guess I can go on the board. The board will dry out anyway, I suppose.
It will dry out. There's been plenty of times where I haven't wiped mine down, but if you want to keep it cleaner, then you can have a rag or a paper towel and just wipe all your glasses out and everything as you're using them.
Yeah. Prescription Bourbon said, "Where's my assistant? I really like to know. She's failed me tonight." Oh yeah, I'm very disappointed in my assistant tonight.
Do you usually have an assistant?
No, my assistant, and my wife doesn't like when I call her my assistant either. But whatever. But no, I'm just kidding. So no, normally she doesn't assist me with any of this stuff. But normally I don't need like assistance with like cocktails and doing all these things because I'm never doing anything like fancy like this. So
yeah, it's nice to have a helping hand.
Yeah, nice. So somebody's like making, I think, old person jokes. Says Hawk's nurse already left for the day. All right, bunch of funny people. So
here we go. Also, I tried to have everything set up beforehand, which made transitions look a bit easier. But it can get messy sometimes, and you can forget a step. But like I said many times, there's no right or wrong way to do this and use this kit.
And I suppose by, I guess, using whatever the different chips are and whatever the cocktail is, or like if you char the fruit like you did, you're going to get so many like kind of different interesting flavors and all of that. I think that's one of the things I really like is kind of like how different this all can be from cocktail to cocktail.
So many different options, so versatile. So I am going to smoke this for you because I know you're dying to get on.
All right. So you're going in for the smoked McKenna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be interesting to see what you and your assistant think of the smoked McKenna.
Yes, I'm really hitting these flames because I really want to taste it. So there you go. Oh yeah, that's really filling up really nicely.
If I would have thought ahead or gone and did it, I would have grabbed some McKenna and then I could do the same thing. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can smoke one. If you're gonna do one, maybe I'll do one. All right, I'm gonna mute it real quick while I can yell at my assistant.
Okay. I wonder if I'm muted too. Sorry, Mike.
Brianna wants to know if smoking the fruit makes it sweeter.
Oh yeah, there was a comment before if smoking the fruit makes the cocktail sweeter.
It did, but it also added to the smoky flavor. Like if I didn't smoke the fruit, it's hard to explain. But it's a more charred versus smoked flavor, like a sweet charred.
Let me ask you this: Do you think based on, I guess, what the cocktail is, would you think there's like one that like would need more based on the certain cocktail versus like less, something like that, maybe, or is that all preference to you?
More smoke, you mean?
Yeah, like I mean, if there's like a certain kind of cocktail, like the old fashioned versus the sweeter one, like do you think the old fashioned needs maybe less smoke versus the sweeter one, or like how would you I guess kind of I don't know, how would you figure out like how much?
I get what you're saying, and honestly, I think it might be the opposite because the sweetness, like the sweeter cocktail, I could taste the smoke more, and I didn't smoke it any longer than the other one. So,
Okay.
maybe since the old fashioned's a bit stronger, it needs a little more smoke to get infused into that, or maybe it's that the fruit actually absorbed more of the smoke, and that's why I could taste it. So
that could be. Thanks, Jules. Thanks, Jules. I appreciate that. Keep Dan away from this big torch. I can't even imagine what he would do with this thing. I've seen your live streams, and him and high proof bourbon and torches may not be the greatest thing. So, oh no, that's the full one. Never mind. All right, maybe there's not a. She brought me a full one, but there's not one up there. They're down there. I don't think it's probably downstairs somewhere. That's okay. All right, I guess we're gonna try something else. So let's see, what bourbon can I smoke that would, I think, hold up really well? You know what? Let's do this. Here's that's an unopened one too. Where the heck do I have? That's the downstairs too. Here we'll do this. How about a 14-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey? We'll smoke one of those and see what this bad boy does. So let me see, like in the chat, what you guys would prefer I hit the old 14-year Lucky 7 with: the apple, the pecan or the cherry. You guys let me know, and that's the one I'll. Oh yeah, somebody wants me to use Old Carter. I could. I've got samples of it somewhere that I could smoke an Old Carter with. I've got some sample bottles downstairs, but let's do this one. So, all right.
I got my Henry McKenna infusing.
All right. So, oh yeah, okay, you got it. All right, you still got it brewing there. So,
oh yeah,
all right.
brewing.
All right, let's do this. So let me see what everybody. All right, cherry. All right, cherry seems to be the winner. I guess everybody likes the cherry wood. That seems to be the consensus winner. So we'll go with the cherry, and we'll see what. Actually, I think the cherry was the first one I did tonight. So I think that's what it was. Yeah, I haven't done anything with the pecan or pecan.
Yeah.
So what is it in your area? Is it pecan or pecan?
I call it pecan.
Oh, pecan. Okay, so none of what I suggested was the right thing. Pecan. Okay, pecan. All right.
I'm originally from the Midwest, so maybe that has something to do with it.
All right. Okay. Well, no, I mean I'm in Wisconsin. I mean, I just say, I mean, now I was almost gonna say pecan. Like I just changed mine to completely match what you were saying, but I guess I would just call it like pecan. But I guess it depends on where the hell everybody's from. So
in the South, they call it pecans.
Yeah, pecans. Yeah, I knew that. So pecan pie.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I want to keep drinking these cocktails because they're mighty tasty. But all right, let me fire up some cherry wood and we'll see what. So what's the consensus? How do you have? Oh, you haven't even tried it yet. Never mind.
I'll try it now. I think
Okay.
it's smoked up enough. I didn't smoke the glass because I think it's smoky enough. But let's see. Oh, I'll pour it back in there. So, let's see.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit this thing with some good old smoke. Woo! All right.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, it is? Okay, good. That's all right. I like to hear that.
Would you like to try some? He said no.
No, no. Oh yeah, it's got a little bit of smoke on it. Yeah, I would definitely have to make sure that I think in the future that each time I do it, I'm drying this thing out so it's not putting out the wood chips or anything. So that'd be my one recommendation would be make sure this thing is. All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. All right, so
far.
I wish I had like mobile cam right now. I've got my assistant crawling around like looking for Henry McKenna, but you don't have to anymore. It's fine. So, Dan says he's safe with fire. I don't know about that, Julie. I know he's not. I've seen your guys' live stream. I can't imagine him being safe with fire and high proof bourbon. Those don't seem like great combos. So, all right, let's get my little thing here. All right, so we're gonna smoke some 14-year-old Lucky 7. So let's see what this is. What this is gonna be like. This will be interesting. This is one that I'm really looking forward to. I think in addition to like the super sweet cocktail, which I really like, and the old fashioned I think is kind of fun because you can do that like really simple. Like that's a kind of a one you could do, but the one that you did was the fancy one. So man, that the smoke really lingers. It doesn't really ever go away. It really does infuse it quite a bit.
Yep, that's the whole like the thing that differentiates us from everyone else is that we have that mason jar and you can really infuse your drink with it versus just putting smoke on top of your drink with those chimney toppers or some of our other competitors. You can really get that smoke infused into your drink and it just changes the taste for sure.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the other ones I've seen before just kind of like almost put the smoke in the glass and then they just pour the cocktail like over the glass and then the smoke just goes away. So I was always wondering, like, I don't know really how much that's doing, but this is kind of nice where you can really let it sit and infuse for I guess as long as you really want. I guess the longer you do it, the more
Yeah, the more infused it becomes.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's wait. I'll wait here a couple more seconds. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I feel like I'm having to drink these things.
I know. And it's fun to do. And so you just get caught up. But I love it.
I think this would be one of those really fun, like party things, you know? So like, you know, if you had people come over that you kind of had a little bit of confidence in that they weren't going to burn your house down with the torch. But I think it would be fun to like try different cocktails with people and see what they either come up with or different flavor profiles and all of that. So I like the idea. So
yeah, you could do one of those like parties where everyone picks their own cocktail and you just can smoke all of them.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So all right, we'll see what some 14-year-old Lucky 7 tastes like. So yours is 10. You got the Henry McKenna. That's a fantastic bourbon. So now let me ask you this: Did you try the whiskey prior to it being smoked or no?
No, I didn't.
All right. Try this. Try if you can. If you got another little glass, try it. Try a little bit of the unsmoked versus the smoked, just to see what it looks like or what it tastes like for you.
That's a wonderful idea. I will do
All right,
that.
I'm gonna pour this one and see.
This one's clean.
Plus, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of badass when your glass is like smoking.
Yeah.
You know, there's kind of the cool factor part of it too. So, and this is good. I mean, like I really like it. You got your bourbon. Now, if I was outside, I could have like a nice cigar. I've got my torch. I'm like good to go here at this point.
Got everything you need.
Oh boy.
All right, so I got the two side by side.
Oh boy. That's really, really interesting. I like that. That's a different, it's almost like if you left this thing around like a campfire and it just kind of infused all of that with that. I really like that. I've never had just a regular bourbon smoke before, but I really kind of like what that did. It's not like if you're familiar with Scotch, like with the peat and all that, it's not really like that kind of smoke. This is really kind of an interesting smoke, and maybe the cherry has a lot to do with that as well. So, but anyway,
I definitely like the smoke Henry McKenna better.
Oh, you do? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see. I mean, it adds a whole other layer to it by a lot. So I do like that other, little layer. I mean, again, short of being like lazy and not wanting to go through all this versus just pouring in the glass. But again, I think this is where I think this would be a fun thing to have, just having a lot of people involved, trying different things and all of that. So I could see we're having like, a party or doing like a tasting and then that's a really good idea to do like a tasting and then have just a regular flight of regular and then hit them with like kind of a smoked, bourbon or whatever, or rye, whatever it may be, I think would be a really kind of fun and cool thing. So, but anyway.
Yeah, you can do so much with this kit. So much.
Yeah, it's a lot to do. So, all right. So we're almost at an hour. I know that time like flies by. So we'll give it a couple more minutes and then Adriana will let me know like in, let's say maybe 2.5 minutes, the total amount of entries, and then we'll do the giveaway tonight. So, and thanks again for doing that. Greatly appreciate it. So,
of course, happy to.
Oh yeah, somebody said you could also like smoke your ice.
Oh yeah.
I guess I never thought about that.
Your garnishes, the glass, the ice, anything.
I mean, I guess the analogy of smoke it if you got it, I guess kind of applies. You could smoke just about anything, I suppose. So, okay, so let's see. I really like the cocktails. I mean, they're all so different. I mean, mine are a little bit more simple and straightforward versus yours. I know you had the regular old fashioned, and then you did the fancy pineapple one. So that'd be very interesting to try, just to see what kind of maybe toasting some of the fruit and all of that really does to a cocktail. So.
I really enjoyed it. It was more refreshing, but the sweet and the smoke kind of had a good combination. It was great. You should definitely try it. And I can send you that recipe, or I could post it on our Instagram too. So
yeah, you can do that, or if you want, like you can always go back in, like once the video is done, you can always go back in and you guys, I mean, whatever you want. If you want access to this video, you can share it, whatever you want to do. But if you can, like after, maybe just go back in the comment section, just put the recipe for the one that you did tonight, so that if anybody watching the replay after wants to make your cocktail, then they'll have the recipe for it.
Great idea. I will do that. Perfect.
Right. That's kind of really interesting with just the smoked bourbon. And there's something that's there. There's almost, it's like a s'mores. That's what it is. there's like a s'mores on this thing, and maybe because the bourbon that I'm using is older, there's a little bit more of that like kind of chocolate and all of that too, but there's much more of that s'mores part of it. All right, I'll have that the rest of the night. So, all right, so we're at the 1 hour mark. So, Adriana, let me know the total amount of people tonight, and then we'll have Abby pick a number between 1 and whatever the number is, and that'll be tonight's winner. And then you can just send me an email. Let me see if I've got. You guys can just send me an email there. So shoot me your information, whoever wins, and we'll make sure to get the info over to Abby and all of that. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you, taking an hour and doing all the cocktails and sharing everything. It's more like fun, I think, than I was thinking it would be, just because I wasn't sure everything that was going to be involved. And again, kind of coming into it, it's a little bit intimidating, so, but I greatly appreciate your time and sharing your cocktail recipes with us. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us on.
Yeah. So while we're waiting, let's see. So did she indicate on here? Almost done. So while we're waiting for that, I guess, do you want to just kind of share where people can find you guys at and all of that?
Sure. So like I mentioned, we are on Amazon, or you can buy from our website, just www.smokeboards.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram. We have some reels that we're gonna start releasing. We're going to do like recipes of the week and stuff like that. So if you like the recipes tonight, we will be releasing some more of those. We're also on TikTok. I think it's just at Smokeboards Kit. But I can post on the video all of our social media accounts. But if you want to purchase the kit, we are just our website or Amazon right now.
All right, and I've got the link and everything posted in the chat and in the description of the video. So for anybody looking who isn't the lucky one to win tonight, you can definitely go and order one of these. And I would say it's a really cool, fun thing. So if you've got, a party coming up, or you want to like make some different things, or like Abby said before, you can challenge people to their own cocktails and add smoke to it. I think it really adds a lot to some of these things. So, all right. So I think we've got 29 people. So, all right, Abby, give me a number between 1 and 29, and that will be tonight's winner. So
24.
24. Adriana, let us know who number 24 is, and that will be tonight's winner. And you can just send me an email, then I'll get the info to them to get a kit to you. So, but yeah, definitely check them out. This is a really cool thing. This is a lot more, I don't want to say more fun. I didn't know what to expect. And it's something that's cool. And I think if nothing else, like whiskey does, it still promotes conversation and having fun and, talking and doing all that. So that's one of the things I really like about it. So, all right, let's see who tonight's winner is. And thanks for taking a little bit of time tonight. Appreciate it.
Of course. It was a fun time. I love smoking cocktails.
All right. JG says Abby rocks.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Tonight's winner is Doug H. Dougie, send me your email or send me your information, and we'll get a smoke boards over to you. And I greatly appreciate it. So, all right, guys, there you go. So I think we had a good time tonight. This was a lot of fun. More, I don't want to say more fun than I was expecting, but it was different. It was not exactly what I was expecting, and it was in a very good way. So I appreciate all that. So again, like I said before, thanks so much for taking a little bit of your time tonight, kind of sharing what Smokeboards is and what they had to offer and all of that. So guys, again, the link in the description below to everything that they're doing, ordering stuff is in the chat and the description below. So again, greatly appreciate it. Abby, thank you so much. Guys, we'll see you next Tuesday, and we got some more fun things planned And again, Abby, thanks, and you tell your assistant thanks for helping out as well. So,
and thank you, Scott. Congrats, Doug, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you next Tuesday. Cheers.
Cheers.